Today I want to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. It's coming up now, less than a week away, and I've already been thinking about our Thanksgiving meal, what we're going to make for it, and usually it's pretty much the traditional stuff, and I always, of course, you always have your turkey. Once in a while, we'll do ham. Um, Always thought about smoking a ham. Some people don't enjoy smoked. Not so much a smoked ham. What I meant was a smoked turkey. I always get all these good meats in my mind, and I just want to talk about all of them. But anyways, a smoked turkey. I thought about doing it on a smoker. The some people, I said, don't enjoy a smoked turkey. Uh, After you smoke a turkey, it tends to be look more pink, and a lot of people think it's not done, and it is, and it's really delicious. The only problem when you make a smoked turkey, the gravy isn't so good. You don't to try to use the smoked dripping just doesn't make good gravy, so you have to come up with another way of making gravy. Um, so we're going to do a traditional turkey in the oven, and again that way I can use the turkey drippings and make a really nice good gravy. And of course we'll be making homemade garlic mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna this year be using a oyster stuffing. And I've made this before, and it comes out really good. So that's what we're going to be having for our menu. Then we're going to have peas. You always got to have a vegetable. I don't care if I do. I'm not a vegetable person, but I will eat peas, and I'll eat peas, corn. Most vegetables I'm just not big into. But your mother always says you need to eat your vegetables. So I'll be making peas there this year, and of course we're going to make them unhealthy and put a lot of butter in them. And that's the way you make things good, is you make them unhealthy. So then for desserts, we're going to be having pumpkin pie, of course, with tons and tons of whipped cream. And also I started making this Dutch apple pumpkin pie. This is so good. I made that the first year, and I was amazed. I made it last year. Actually, I should almost make two of them, but I'll probably just make the one. But this is a delicious pumpkin apple pie. So that's what we'll be making on our menu this year for Thanksgiving. So I don't know what you all did for your Thanksgiving traditions. Those changed throughout the years. When we were young kids, it was always at my grandmother's house. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go, and that's we did that for a number of years. And as grandma got older, it kind of moved to my sister's house, and then later on, families separate, get different part of the country. You just do whatever, mainly with friends. This year, Sue's brother is going to come over and join us for Thanksgiving. Last year, we had a couple other friends over, so but that's traditional Thanksgiving. We usually have our Thanksgiving dinner at noon. In fact, we used to have it at 11 o'clock. We're early eaters, and then that gives you all day set around and pick at it and that. Of course, you always have the Thanksgiving Day parade on it. Now, in our family, football is not part of our Thanksgiving Day. Not a football fan, never was, never will be on it. So I don't know what game's on and don't really care. But football will not be part of our Thanksgiving Day. But a lot of people will enjoy that as part of their day, and they'll be watching the football game. And that's pretty much it. You take a nap in the afternoon because of the tryptophan in the turkey will make you nice and tired. So you can take a good nap. We might have a bottle of wine or two. Who knows? Maybe a good craft beer or something to go along with it too, on it. So that's the main thing of the day, is something to give thankful for. You look back, you can always find plenty of things to be thankful for. I'm thankful for Sue. I'm thankful for our two lucky dogs, Abby and Cassie. And I'm thankful for all of our family and friends. A lot of them haven't been with us for years, but that's okay. You still can enjoy your family even though they're 1,000 miles apart. Or give them a phone call, do a FaceTime, or a video chat with them, and you can keep in touch with them. Just as good as being there. So this is going to be our Thanksgiving Day, and I thought I'd share a little bit with you and show you a few pictures of our menu for this year. All right, our main course for Thanksgiving dinner, we're going to have, of course, roasted turkey. And the way I prepare mine is I lift the skin up underneath and I put butter and chopped garlic. Inside of it I put onions and chopped garlic, and then I roast it, and it gives a really garlicky flavor. You'll notice that I love garlic. That's one of my favorite flavors. So whenever I'm cooking, I always use tons of garlic. So course number one is roast, and then of course what's without garlic mashed potatoes. Again, back to the garlic theme there. We'll be making garlic mashed potatoes, and you know, these are some recipes here, but I don't always go by the recipe. Most of the time I just cook by the fly. But we'll have some garlic mashed potatoes. And this year I'm going to be making oyster stuffing or oyster dressing. It's really good. I've made this in the past, but we're also going to be putting some sausage in it. Sausage and oyster stuffing. And I make my stuffing up in little balls. I like it crispy. You put them in a pan like this, or put them in a turkey. The turkey is the worst way. It's so slimy is what I call it. But I make little round balls. That's my grandmother's recipe. Is she always made her stuffing in round balls, and then you bake them in the oven, and you get a really nice crispy stuffing ball. And then of course you always put the gravy over top of that. And I'll be making a nice gravy out of the turkey drippings, and always try to make everything full of flavor. Add a lot of flavors. Nothing worse than having a meal and it's flavorless there. So spices and herbs and that adds to your flavors and that. So we'll be adding celery into our stuffing, of course, onions and that. But I'll make a really good oyster stuffing this year. And then for our vegetable, we're going to have peas. And guess what? I'm going to probably put some garlic in the peas and butter. The main thing is to make them so they're not healthy. And adding extreme amounts of butter and things to them meets that point. So as a rule for Thanksgiving, you always want to make sure your food's not healthy. You always want to go to the unhealthy side. And you can make a vegetable unhealthy if you try hard enough, and adding butter is one way to do that. Now, what would a Thanksgiving supper, dinner, lunch, whatever you want to call it, be without pumpkin pie? So again, we'll be making a couple of pumpkin pies, and we won't be short on the whipped cream. Tons of whipped cream on it. And again, when I make my pumpkin pie, I add plenty of spices, plenty of flavor into it, so you can actually taste the pumpkin pie spice. And back to my more is better theory, by adding the extra spices, you just get a real nice spiced up pumpkin pie. It can really taste like a real pumpkin pie. And this is another pie we'll be having. I started making this a few years ago. It's a pumpkin Dutch apple pie. And I tell you what, these are really good. You know, it's just kind of like a mixture of a pumpkin pie and an apple pie together. When I make an apple pie, I look for the sweetest apples you can. I do not like tart. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. So I think we're looking for a Fuji apple, and they're supposedly one of the sweeter apples. And so you know, we'll be making this up. And then another thing I do when I make a pie, I don't like big old fat chunks of apple in my pie. I like them diced up nice and finely. This might not be everybody's, but I made this a pass, and there's never none left. So this is my Dutch pumpkin apple pie. I hope you enjoyed our video of our preparations for Thanksgiving Day dinner. I always enjoy cooking, and it's fun putting things together on it. So what kind of dinners are you guys having? What kind of menu have you? Hey, leave a comment there. I'm interested what other people you know, have for Thanksgiving. You know, you can have all kinds of different things. We are just kind of having the traditional Thanksgiving dinner meal, you know. So hey, if you enjoyed our video here, give us a thumbs up, and I hope you did. And if you are not one of our subscribers, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button. I thank all my subscribers, all the support they give me. We just reached a little over 100 subscribers now, and that was a pretty cool goal to meet there, and another thing to give thanks for. So again, if you are not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. Once you do it, if you hit that little bell at the thing and make it look like it's ringing there, you'll be notified of all my videos as I release them there, or when I have a live stream. I have to do a video every day, so and I'll do some live streams now and then. So happy Thanksgiving to y'all, and until next time.